Folks, I think it is a pretty safe assumption to say that the Bardock Dokkan Festival is coming up next. Why? Well, this right here sort of gives it away. The Ginyu Force and the Team Bardock Hidden Potential campaign is starting on the 28th at 4 p.m., which basically confirms that after the Part 2 celebration ends that we're currently in, the Hachiyak LR Goku, we are jumping into the next Dokkan Festival, which should basically be Bardock. And this is perfectly in line with my theory that Bardock comes up before Saiyan Day, giving us the opportunity for both versions to converge once again and finally put to rest this stupid, unnecessarily lengthy saga of the LR Team Bardock not being rainbowed and not having an EZA. We'll get to that in a minute. So that is where things are shaping up to be. So if you guys were looking forward to a Bardock celebration coming up, you don't have to wait much longer. Basically 2 weeks, or at this point, more like less than 2 weeks, more like 10 days. We will be jumping into the Dokkan Festival Bardock celebration. This is being done to help new players prepare for the upcoming content that shows how important the Ginyu Force and the Team Bardock units are. These two teams are very good, especially the Ginyu Force with their EZAs. They are very good. Some of these units can compete with the best of them, and they are actually relevant in some of the most difficult events out there. Jace is being used a lot these days with his scouting ability, a very useful ability. Ginyu has damage reduction and some pretty nice attack stat building. Raccoon has some nice resiliency and guard. You have to get a little lucky, but it's a very good unit. I mean, they're all good in different ways. So if you guys are brand new to the game, take this as a hint to get started on them, because that's ultimately the point. You have until the 20... Let me see. What is the date that they give you? The missions are available from the 16th until the 28th. So you've got basically 12 days, almost, less than 2 weeks. Right now, I think it's like 11 days to get all these missions done. They're very easy. Just simply rainbow them. All you got to do is go into each unit's specific event, and in the event itself, they will give you the hidden potential orbs. You will farm out all the copies of the unit that you need to fully rainbow out the character. Each character that you 100%, you get a Dragon Stone and a Sleeping Kai. So 10 units, 10 100%, 10 Dragon Stones. Very easy to do. Basically, each day, you can dedicate to one member of each team. So for example, I don't remember which one is actually Monday. I think Jace is Monday. So Jace is Monday, Bardock is Monday. You get them both done. Tuesday is Borgos and Birder. Wednesday is Ginyu and Fasha, so on and so forth. That's basically what you can do. So if you guys are brand new, don't worry about anything else, just do that. That's how I got started, and that was actually a lot of fun. It gave me direction, it gave me something to do. In a game that is now 8 years deep, a new player might be a little bit overwhelmed with the sheer volume of content, because that is just basically a limitless pool of content for you guys to be working on. The worst thing you could do is just like do 2 seconds of one thing, 2 seconds of another thing, not really being able to complete or fully render out a team. So this is the best way to start, and that's what I did. When I started playing Dokkan, I had a direction, and I dedicated each day to a different unit, and then ultimately by the week's end, I had a full team rainbowed out, and that was great. And it allowed me to then jump into various events and content to do different things. Super Battle Road, well, not Super Battle Road so much, but like Boss Rush, Infinite Dragon Ball History, things like that. You'll be in much better positioning thanks to these units, so get them all done. These units are also needed to awaken each other's units in terms of EZAs. For example, the Extreme Z area for the Bardock squad, you need to have the members of the Ginyu Force in order to facilitate that. So that is why both teams are important. These two teams are among the best free-to-play teams in Dokkan at the moment. The third one being the Metacooler Army. That team, along with these two, are the 3 best free-to-play teams in the game. So you should definitely get them all done. If you guys are veteran players, you already have these taken care of. So what is there to look forward to between now and then? Well, not much. If we take a look at the campaign, if you got those taken care of, you got the extra stones, the actual campaign will start during the Bardock Dokkan Festival, at which point they will also be revamping this event right here. Awaken Power, a trial towards new horizons. This event is where you can actually pick up unique skill orb equips for these two teams. One stage is dedicated to Team Bardock, one stage is dedicated to the Ginyu Force, and you basically take those teams into those events and you can farm out these tickets. Now, I think you can probably farm out these tickets now. So if you guys are veteran players and you already have these two teams rainbowed out, the next best thing that you guys can be doing is jumping into these events and just getting these tickets. Yeah, it's a little tedious and a little bit annoying because I think you only get 1 to 3. So it's not a whole lot, but the more of these you farm out, the better off you'll be, because these tickets can then be used to summon and roll for skill orbs. The thing about the upcoming celebration is that whenever we do get the Bardock celebration, which should be next, these are the sorts of equips we can be getting with this update. There are level 6 skill orbs now for the Team Bardock squad and the Team Ginyu squad. Look at this. Look at Borgos. Level 6 additional gold equip. That's insane. So for an AGL unit, the maximum additional that they could possibly have would be 30. Or is it 32? I think it's 32. with all of these new equips, you can break that limit and get to 34, I think. So that would be a 68% chance for an additional 4 Borgos. Level 6 on the additional skill. And then you can get, dude, you can get a level 5 gold combo, which is the additional and critical at the same time. And then for the silver one, the max you can go is level 5. And then for the bronze, you can go to level 3. So you're getting 2 extra stat points here. So yeah, 3 plus 5 plus 6. That gives you 14. That will move you from 32 to, from 32 to 34. So very good. So if I were you, I mean, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be taking a lot of time to get a ton of these tickets, and then I'm just going to be constantly rolling for those skill orbs to get the best possible rolls for those skill orbs. This is very reminiscent of the LR STR Vegito Blue when we received that update on Global when he got his EZA. I went through the quest mode for stage 28, and I went through the various stages that could drop those EX skill orbs that were unique to Vegito, and I kept doing it until I got some of the best rolls possible on those skill orbs. Of course, you know, if you guys are not as hardcore, that's totally fine, but you should still take the time to do this because when they ultimately revamp this event, it will be worth the wait. They're doing this basically to help keep the free-to-play teams moving forward. They obviously are not going to be nearly as competitive as the new 200% metas and all that stuff. And now that JP's got these crazy, like, charge skills and whatnot, these teams are going to be a little bit less relevant, but still they are essential to the core Dokkan experience. And with these extra boosted skill orbs, that will help these units sort of remain somewhat relevant until ultimately they overhaul the units with some new format for the EZAs, or they give us a brand new free-to-play unit for the Team Bardock squad. I will say Ginyu has a Battlefield LR and they have a free-to-play LR that both can lead the Ginyu force, whereas Team Bardock doesn't have an actual leader for their unit or for their squad, except for the free-to-play Team Bardock unit. And this unit is so irrelevant, so bad. Nice support, sure, I guess, but you're not going to be wanting to run this guy. So whenever this guy receives his EZA, hopefully it will be worth it that for 3 years we couldn't really run him to the extent that we wanted to. I'm really hoping that they will do their best to make this guy utterly and completely broken in the context of free-to-play. But there you have it, folks. That is pretty much the confirmation that we need. Of course, when they give us a Dokkan event teaser or we get some sort of a tweet from iSeriously that will further corroborate this, I will let you guys know. But in the meantime, get working on this. If you guys are bored with part 2, if you're waiting for the next half of the part 2 celebration to begin, aka Gohan and Cell's content, then you can basically be working on this, because next week things will get a whole lot more interesting. We'll be getting the Carnival Coin Exchange, we'll be getting the Gohan EZA, the Cell EZA. We could potentially get Collection of Epic Battles if they decide to do that. And then you can also, well, not even then, but until then, you can work on this stuff in the meantime. And it is going to take a little bit of time. Like if you're starting from scratch, you are going to need at least a week to get these two teams up to speed. And then you're going to have to go to the next step and get them Extreme Z Awakened. So it is a commitment, but it is 100% worth it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, are you guys looking forward to the Team Bardock squad and the LR, or the Team Ginyu Force, receiving those skill orb updates? Are you going to be farming out those level 6 equips? Do you not care? Are you excited for the Dokkan Festival Bardock coming up? Or are you looking forward to Saiyan Day? Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know when to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned, and I'll to Dokkan responsibly.